Hey guys, we are loading up right now to film a skit that I've always wanted to do. It's at a location that shows a city skyline and would be perfect for a tracking shot. I did a test shot with this in the winter a few months ago, and I'm pretty confident that it will look amazing. Today we are filming with the RS5 with the Sony FX3 with some Sirui Saturn anamorphic lenses. I think we might stick to a 50mm, maybe 75. I know 35 is going to be way too wide for what we're going for here, so we'll play it by ear and make adjustments when we get there. Of course, we got the Atomos Ninja monitor so we can preview our LUTs and the tilt-a-ring grip. We're going to be using Rode wireless micro mics to just clip onto the talent. So let's load up and head to location. I'm actually very worried about the weather because it's supposed to be partly cloudy. Anytime I want to film something during a sunny scene, it's always cloudy. And anytime I want to film something during a cloudy scene, the sun always comes out. So hopefully whatever this decides to do, it just sticks to either sunny or cloudy. Sunny would probably be more ideal. So this location is actually amazing, and I think the sun's gonna be out for a decent amount of time. All those clouds are going that way, so we should be good. But here's the location. I love it here because that skyline is incredible. So the idea is we're gonna have Jade and Derek right here, and I'm gonna be following them. Hopefully I can do a decent enough ninja walk so we're not getting a lot of shakes on the Z-axis. I wrote a short script for these guys. It's honestly like 8 lines, but the idea is it's a skit of a boyfriend and a girlfriend bickering because the boyfriend forgot the girlfriend's birthday. So I think it's a theme that a lot of guys can relate to, unfortunately. We gotta do better, guys. And since we're here early, we can take this opportunity to make sure we have the right lens on so we can get ahead of everything and not take up everyone's time. So here's what it's looking like with the 35. I think that's a little too wide. All right, and here is what a 50 is looking like. I need to clean my sensor. So maybe we go on a 75 even. Now we're really gonna see more of that depth with the grass and the trees and the skyline in the background. I think 75 is a move. We are also using a variable ND for this because we were filming all the way open at 2.8. That's gonna mean that we're gonna see a lot of bokeh in the background, which is gonna look fantastic. We just gotta make sure that everything is in focus, which is a little tough. So one trick that I like to do with these monitors is they have a ×2 feature. So you click that and you're zoomed in on your subject, and you can go in and adjust your focus and make sure you're locked in on them. We don't have to worry about them walking in and out of focus. If we stay the exact same distance from them, moving left to right, they're always gonna be in focus. So just gotta make sure we're sharp before we roll. Once Jade and Derek got there, we made sure all of our settings were dialed in and started running through some takes. And action.
Come on, you're overreacting.
Overreacting? You forgot our anniversary.
My idea for this shot was to keep the subjects in the center of the frame at all times, which was very difficult, we learned after the first couple takes. And that's because we were on 2 different elevations.
Right now, you're just kind of drifting away from me.
Yeah. So we had to adjust and move a couple yards down so we could both be on the same level ground.
Towards the blue
Okay.
recycling.
Once we figured out a path that worked for both of us, we started figuring out where to stop on our marks. The RS5 intelligent tracking is amazing for most circumstances. Having 2 subjects to keep in the center of the frame was a little tough for the auto tracker, but I needed more flexibility and control, which only tracking manually can give you.
When in July?
For this scene, there's a dramatic pause between the 2, and on the mark that they pause on, there's a skyscraper that is just in between them.
When in July? When in July? When in July?
It took a lot of takes to get that to line up, but I think we nailed it at the end. It's a cool little symbolism of there's something in between them, dividing them even more.
When in July?
Late July.
Unbelievable.
Awesome, guys. You're crushing it.
Yeah, feel good.
There was one major issue, which was my Rode mics kept cutting out.
You forgot our anniversary. You're joking. Unbelievable.
I'm not sure if it was the distance that I was from the subjects. If you guys have experienced anything like that with these microphones, let me know. So I nailed the shot that I wanted to get with them from them going from point A to point B. And then right after that, I made sure to go right next to them and roll on a few takes just to make sure we got a clean take for the dialogue so the audio isn't skipping out. That way we can just dub it in post.
When in July?
Late July.
Unbelievable.
It's unfortunate that that had to be the case because that's going to be a lot more time in post. Sometimes you got to adjust and roll with the punches. That's the beauty of this business. But the sun actually came out and the clouds looked phenomenal. It was ridiculous. It was like streaks in the background, which is like, okay, this never happens. This is amazing. So the shot looked really solid. The acting was great, and it was a really cool move. There were some lawnmowers for the audio, so we'll just have to do a little bit of cleanup in post, but here are the results.
Come on, you're overreacting.
Overreacting? You forgot our anniversary.
No, I didn't.
Then when is it?
It's in the summer.
You're joking.
July. It's in July.
When in July?
Late July?
Unbelievable.
I mean, am I wrong?
And there really was no point to doing any of this except for creating something cool with your friends. That's all you really need sometimes. If any of you are interested in the gear that I used today, there's a link in my bio. Shout out to Jade and Derek for hanging out and creating something fun with me. It was a great time.
Oh, wait, I messed that up.
So let this be the sign for you to go out and create something yourself. If you have an idea or a shot that you've always wanted to get, go out and get it. I love you guys. Bye.
Come on, you're overreacting.
Overreacting? You forgot our anniversary.
No, I didn't.
And when is it?
It's in the summer.
You're joking.
July. It's in July.
When in July?
Late July?
Unbelievable.
I mean, am I wrong?